Hello, Ray Phoenix here. Welcome to Let's Play Ratchet and Clank 3 Up Your Arsenal Part 8. We're on the planet Tyrannosis. We're going to be making our counterattack against the Tyrannoids. Yeah, counterattacks in Insomniac games. That's not the first time we assisted with something like this in a game made by Insomniac games. I'm looking at you, Spyro 2, when they made us attack the Breeze Builders on Zephyr, and then afterwards, or depending on what order you played the levels in, we get to attack the Glub people that were at the Breeze Harbor, where the Breeze Builders came from. And now we're doing more of that battle stuff on this planet, Tyrannosis, the Tyrannoid homeworld. They attack so many planets in our galaxy. I think it's only fair that we go and pay them a little visit, and we give them a taste of their own medicine. Just go to their planet, run down their plants, which seem to be rich of bolts. Yeah, these plants must be artificial, then if they're all made out of bolts. And we collect the bolts, we can use them to buy more stuff, of course, which is why I'm running down all these plants, just doing some gardening work for them. Yeah, we came all this way, halfway across the galaxy, just so we could do some gardening work, intergalactic gardening. We're going to be going into this, and we're going to be destroying those, I think they're like defense turrets or something like that the Tyrannoids are using to defend their planet with. We're supposed to go and destroy them so we could let the rest of our forces come in, I think, and put an end to these Tyrannoids and make them surrender to us. We're going to make them surrender to us, and then they will be forced to, I don't know, they're probably not going to surrender, probably going to fight until they're dead. So we're probably going to just have to keep fighting them until they're extinct. Maybe we could drop a couple nukes on this planet, or whatever would be in this kind of, I think they do have nukes in the universe of Ratchet and Clank. Remember, there's a weapon in Ratchet and Clank Going Commando called the mini nuke gun, or mini nuke glove, or whatever it was called. So I guess they do have nukes in this universe. We never seem to use them really, but we still have our N60 Storm here. It's one of the best weapons we have right now. It seems to be pretty effective against these enemies. You know, it's only a V3 version 3, I guess is what that means. What it means that's the upgrade level it's at. And there's more parts here where it would be more beneficial to just, go into first-person view and actually shoot them down. That's kind of hard to do because then they can, shoot you while you're in first person, which isn't really a great strategy to use. Jumping, there's a lot of this is just jumping and dodging stuff. Whenever I think of Ratchet and Clank, I always think of jumping and dodging enemy attacks and shooting at them with our weapons. Classic Ratchet and Clank action. That's what this game is. It's a prime example of what Ratchet and Clank is supposed to be. This is the first Ratchet and Clank game I ever truly played through. I mean, I did play Seismax first, but this is the first time I actually dove deep into a Ratchet and Clank game that was made by Insomniac Games. And this is why I think Ratchet and Clank is one of the greatest games ever, is because of this game. Most of the greatest games through there, it's because of this. And I mostly just played the other ones in the PS2. I haven't really played very many of them afterwards. See, I'm kind of interested in playing more of them. There's this one Ratchet and Clank game. It's called Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. It's on Steam. I'm thinking about buying it when it goes on sale for a really good price. Maybe not right now, but sometime far in the future. So I've been getting more into buying games on Steam. Just bought some more games for that Capcom Second Stadium and the original Capcom Stadium, which are pretty much just collections of various arcade games. Those are ones I've already had before, but some of them were not. Like, there was Puzzle Fighter there, which I bought. Puzzle Fighter. It's a pretty unique puzzle-solving game. It's kind of like Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, but it's better. And then there's also 1944, which is just some war battle game where you pretty much just go to war with against some evil force that's attacking all the different countries and is enemy. So we're going against them. We're going to go destroy them, kind of like what we're doing in this game. We're not far off from that. I wonder what it would be like if Capcom made a Ratchet and Clank game. I wonder how that would turn out. We have played games that were similar to Capcom games that were also similar to Ratchet and Clank, like Cyborg Kuro-chan for the PS1. It was like a 2D Ratchet and Clank. It was also kind of short, like a Capcom arcade game. It almost felt like something that could have been a game made by Capcom. I don't think it was made by Capcom, but it does seem like something it could have been. I also used to think the Strikers 1945 series was from Capcom, but it actually wasn't. It was actually by Psycho, which is a Japanese word for best. The greatest. I guess they're implying they're better than Capcom, which oddly enough, those are the only games I've played from them. Were the Strikers 1945 games and Gunbird, and pretty much every game I played from them was really good. I haven't found a single dud from Psycho yet, so I guess they kind of live up to their name. But yet, I've played more duds from Capcom, so I guess Psycho technically has a better rate to success rate than Capcom. That's because Capcom has made way more games. They're a very prolific game publisher, developer. Apparently they published Japanese versions of some games too, like the 2002 Spider-Man game. Okay, people say, ooh, I wonder what would happen if Capcom made a Spider-Man game. I used to ask that very same question when I was a kid. What would that be like if Capcom made a Spider-Man game? What would that be like? The closest I played to that was Marvel vs. Capcom, where Spider-Man was in Marvel vs. Capcom, at a time when he was one of the few Marvel characters I truly knew about. Well, the only Mega Man, the only Capcom characters I knew about were Mega Man and Captain Commando. I remember Captain Commando from those collections. I remember my father bought me one of the Capcom Classics collections for the PSP back for Christmas in 2007, which is when I really started getting into Capcom games. I still have the PS2 versions of those two to this day. I remember showing them in that video when they were victims of my slim PS2, that slim little bastard that I went and killed. And then there was also, I think I've played a lot of the classic Capcom games by now. I'm getting to a point where I mostly played most of the games I'd ever want, but then again, I still discover some gems I'd never heard of, like Cyborg Kuro-chan. I had no idea that game existed until someone on Discord showed it to me. I never even heard of Cyborg Kuro-chan before either, simply because, well, that franchise only ever really came out in Japan, and I don't live in Japan, obviously, so I wouldn't have known about it. So I know there's more around here. There's more defense turrets here for us to take on around here. Let's gotta go and find them. It's a good thing they gave us this little ATV. I wonder if that's supposed to be a nod to ATV Off-Road Fury. I'm actually gonna try this in those ATV Off-Road Fury games. How awesome that would be. I haven't played those games. I don't think I've ever really had any of them. I mean, I have played them before, but I mostly just played Star Wars Racer Revenge, which was made by the same people who made ATV Off-Road Fury, and they bragged about it on the package too. And we're trying to give credibility to their name. And this does look like something that happened at a Vape Escape too, just seeing a monkey drive like a small little assault vehicle with Captain Quark's logo on it. Having Scrunch the monkey come out and shoot out these greedy, evil little Tyrannoids. That's call them innocent Tyrannoids. Like, no, these Tyrannoids are not innocent. They attack the precious planets of the galaxy. Is that really innocent? No. It doesn't show you how much nanotech you'd have in total if you were not in the thing, but you can still get nanotech, the experience points to build up your nanotech. This game has a sense of logic. It says that it doesn't really matter like who actually does the attacking against the enemies. As long as enemies are getting attacked, you're going to be getting experience points. It doesn't really care if you actually do the attacking or not, which actually does work to our advantage a lot of the time. I've seen in a lot of those challenges that people do, like those, like you play Ratchet and Clank only using a certain weapon, or play Ratchet and Clank, without this or something like that. So, people seem to exploit those a lot. We destroyed the last one, I think, and I have to go into or one of the last ones, I think. And now we're going to be going into I think we're going to be going to. So maybe there's still one more left. I don't remember. Going to where there was like a Tyrannoid stronghold or something like that. We're going to be fighting against the Mother Tyrannoid. Yeah, the mother of all Tyrannoids. I wonder what that's going to be like. I think there's something up here still. Yeah, there is something up there. It's gonna go park there and hope no Tyrannoid steal my car. Look, I guess it's just gonna make us go and blast all these guys down. I've been using this lava cannon quite a bit. It still doesn't really have much points towards getting upgraded. Good thing they have long jumps or these glide things here too, where you glide with Clank. I think there is like a jetpack thing you could switch to too, but I'm not gonna be using that at all. I don't really care much for the jetpack. Jetpacks are kind of, I think putting a jetpack in skins jetpacks are kind of a joke to some people, considering the fact that people think, oh, the jetpack, they can escape, and then, no, they don't. I mean, we know Django Fett knows way too well how reliable jetpacks are, and he died on a planet that rhymes with the planet we're on right now. Okay, if that's all the things that have been destroyed now, and the Galactic Rangers are going to blast a hole in the door so we can run in and go teach that mother Tyrannoid a lesson about why you don't take over other people's planets. When you take over other people's planets, you get killed! You get ripped apart, like what I said to my PS2 when it ruined my discs. Whenever you do that, you get ripped apart, you get destroyed. I'm just going to go here, we're just going to buy some ammo. Still a lot of cool weapons we can unlock, but we don't have enough bolts for them yet. We'll have to go back to Annihilation Nation, maybe, or the Aquato Sewer if we're going to be getting enough bolts to buy any of this stuff. There it is, the mother Tyrannoid, the greatest Tyrannoid of them all. Like the main. I don't know if she's like the mother of all the Tyrannoids, if she actually gave birth to them, or maybe they're clones or something like that. the rest of the planet with a huge population that's unknown. But nevertheless, we're going to still be killing her anyways by using the trusty N60 Storm. And just jump and flip around. The acrobatic Ratchet is going to be jumping and flipping. And I wonder how much Clank weighs too, because he has Clank on his back too. And your backpack weighs quite a lot. I remember lugging backpacks around a lot through my college years and stuff like that, and those really put a serious toll on my back. And now, Ratchet is running with Clank on his back. I don't know, maybe Clank is just lighter weight. Maybe robots are lightweight and Ratchet and Clank or something like that. It took out about half the health, and now this part's pretty cool. I think Ratchet switches the camera perspective. So now we're going to be seeing it from a first-person perspective, as if we were the mother Tyrannoid. But we're not controlling the mother Tyrannoid. It's like going around now in the mother Tyrannoid's view, and we're still going to be controlling Ratchet, or that monkey that's supposed to be Ratchet. That Pipo monkey from Ape Escape is going to go and shoot down these little guys. I wasn't trying to upgrade your gun only by shooting these little Tyrannoids in this part. We're still getting points towards upgrades for this. Good thing is because the upgrades aren't really determined based on what you kill with your weapons. It's not really so much about damage. So you can damage one of these you can do a lot of damage against one of these Tyrannoids and this Tyrannoid boss quite a lot. But then if your gun runs out, you have to go switch to a different weapon and use that one to finish them. The upgrade's going to go towards the weapon you finished the boss, if not the one that you spent the majority of its time trying to take out. I just picked up, so this gave me 15 bullets there. 15 bullets, or 15 bullets as they say it in Japanese. What else do I have? No, here, let's use this thing, these mini turrets. These mini turrets are actually quite effective if you know where to place them, how to strategically place them somewhere. You combine them all together too. They actually do pack a powerful punch, and they don't even have any upgrades yet. I wonder how powerful they'll be once they're upgraded. And they would probably be, this would be a really powerful weapon if it had more upgrades, if it gave it to us right from the beginning. Or it'd also be cool if we could inherit our upgrades from Ratchet and Clank. Oh, was it Ratchet and Clank going commando? Yeah, 50 upgrades transferred forward too, but we actually upgraded different weapons in this game. And look at that, we did all that work, and Captain Quark gets all the credit for it. He's probably just as bad as Gilderoy Lockhart with lying that he did all this stuff. And I was trying to think that maybe he did forge the information that was in those Quark vid comics. I'm trying to wonder if they really happened, or if they really happened the way he did. Maybe he's not really the hero that we think he is. And those vid comics are just a bunch of lies, like a lot of the other things that we read about. It's all lies. He's just gonna be bragging about how he's such a great hero. And the emotionless monkey just giving him that emotionless look. Yeah, he doesn't really like Quark more. He just really wishes something could happen to Quark, so then he could finally get the credit he deserves for once. Ray Phoenix, signing out.